Hey, friends and family, welcome back to the show. We have another episode with Noah Gundersen, and I really dig this dude's voice. I think he has got a great voice. I like his guitar playing as well. An awesome talent here. And I have to thank my sister Gwen for introducing me to Noah. A great addition to this channel for sure. This second song I'm doing is a request also from Gwen. So thank you for this, Gwen. I appreciate you. I love you to the moon and back. And I hope you're all right with this, but I want to dedicate this song as well to you and Becky and Dana. All right? So this is dedicated to you, all three of you, and in memory of Dana, you know? At least I'd like to do this for you. I hope that's okay. The song is called Better Days. It's the official music video. And of course, we do words and music here. So yes, we're going to dive into the lyrics. I heard this is a pretty heavy song, you know, which is cool. I take them all. The good, the sad, everything in between. You know what I mean? That's music. That's music. It can allow you to escape reality for a little bit. It can relieve your stresses and anxieties. It could cheer you up on a bad day. And you know what? It could also hit you hard, hit you right where you live, you know? So I'm expecting this to be pretty heavy. So we're going to get into it. I got my tissues just in case. So, so we're going to get down with this. I'm going to leave the link down below, of course. Go over there and give Noah your love, man. Do the thing. Do the thing. Let's get into this. Right on. Let's do it, kids. Buckle up.
I was dancing with some kids in this house where I live a couple lifetimes, maybe more. We had the music up loud by that old leather couch where I lost my best friend a couple years before. On the front porch steps.
I just want to say his voice is haunting, mesmerizing. I just love his tone. I love the range that he's in. You know what I mean? I love that deepness. It just sounds so good. And with the headphones on, he not only fills your head, he fills your whole soul up. It feels like my soul is vibrating. You know what I mean? Go back to this a little bit. I caught a couple of really, really amazing lyrics here.
By that old leather couch where I lost my best friend a couple years before. On the front porch steps, I smoked a million cigarettes with every woman I loved and left. The loudest house on the block, the neighbors never call the cops, but I don't want to test them anymore. I was down on the beach, just out of reach of a freaked out kid learning to swim. He was doing his best, he was holding his breath as the water Sometimes I feel like caught in a riptide, pulling me out to a watery grave. Sometimes I feel like I've seen enough. It's all too much. I feel like giving up on melody.
Now, I don't know if Noah has a regular band or if these are musicians that are working with him, perhaps just on the song. You know, I mean, if he's a solo artist, he may hire people to do the recording with him, or he does all the instruments himself, or as many of them as he knows how. So I don't know if these are, you know, this is his core band or what. You know, if you guys are fans of Noah, you know, hit me up with that kind of information down below. Back a bit here. My God, I love his voice, especially when he gets into this chorus part here and he goes into the higher range.
I feel like giving up on melody. There was this guy that I knew. We met when I was 22 in San Diego. Was a real good dude.
Yeah, sometimes I can't understand some of the words, right? So when I was 22, there was a guy I knew, and then I couldn't make out what he said. That's why I do these lyrics afterward, you know, because I'm catching phrases or partial phrases, which are intriguing. Like, you know, sometimes just that one phrase or just those combination of words is like, whoa, whoa, you know? So that's why I do these lyrical deep dives, man, because my mind is going on too many things. And if I'm just trying to concentrate on lyrics, a lot of times it's hard to catch all the lyrics. You know what I mean? But I'm going to go back to that anyway.
San Diego, when I was a real good dude. Everyone was drawn to, like the ocean, to the moon. I got the news that he died, that he took his own life, left a beautiful wife and baby boy. I may never understand the full measure of a man, but this is what I'd tell him if he was here. Sometimes it feels like you're caught in a riptide, pulling you out to a watery grave. Sometimes it feels like you've seen enough, so too much, feel like giving up. Sometimes it feels like I'm stretched too thin. How does anyone win in this race that we're in? Sometimes the going gets pretty rough, but I'm hanging tough. I'm not giving up on better days. I'm
Wow, beautiful song. Beautiful. I wish I caught it all, but I get the gist of it at least from this. Definitely catching, not giving up, and there's better days. Um, but musically, just beautiful, incredibly beautifully composed and performed. Let's see. Okay, I was dancing with some kids in this house where I lived a couple of lifetimes, maybe more. We had the music up loud by that old leather couch where I lost my best friend a couple years before. Right? So he's looking at this couch that his best friend passed away on. That's that's crazy. So you have to wonder what happened. You know what I mean? OD or who knows? But yeah, that's gonna have some memories, right? And on the front porch steps, I smoked a million cigarettes with every woman I loved and left. The loudest house on the block, the neighbors never called the cops. But I don't want to test them anymore. Right, right. So memories here, right? So he's talking about all these memories that he's had um, in the house there, cranking up the music, hanging out with his friends, dancing, the girls that he was dating, and the memories that he has, just on the porch there as well. The loudest house on the block. He's even talking about how the neighbors never bothered him. But he doesn't want to push that boundary. I was down on the beach, just out of reach of a freaked out kid learning to swim. See, I didn't catch that. I heard the beach part. I was down on the beach, just out of reach of a freaked out kid learning to swim. He was doing his best. He was holding his breath. He was doing his best. He was holding his breath as the water rose past his chest. Now he's not saying, well, I don't know. Let's keep going. Sometimes I feel like I'm caught in a riptide that's pulling me. No, but he's like just out of reach of a freaked out kid learning to swim, and he's doing his best to hold his breath. So metaphorically here, think about how that plays out metaphorically about reaching out to someone who's could drown. You're learning to swim or you drown, right? Just out of reach. So, there's that anxiety of, you know what I mean? And that desperation of, not saying that anything happened to the kid. He's learning to swim. Okay. Sometimes I feel like I'm caught in a riptide that's pulling me out to a watery grave. Sometimes I feel like I've seen enough. It's all too much. I feel like giving up on better days. There was the guy that I knew. We met when I was 22 in San Diego when I was on tour. Okay. In San Diego when I was on tour. He was a real good dude. Everyone was drawn to, like the ocean to the moon. Never heard it put that way before. That's awesome. I got the news that he died, that he took his own life, left a beautiful wife and baby boy. I may never understand the full measures of a man, but this is what I'd tell him if he was here. Sometimes it feels like you're caught in a riptide. They're pulling you out to a watery grave. That's pulling you out to a watery grave. Sometimes it feels like you've seen enough. It's all too much. You feel like giving up. Yeah, sometimes you do. Sometimes you do. And I understand that riptide of being pulled down, And this is rough. I mean, even if you go back to a guy I knew when I was 22, man, I mean, right? It makes me think of my friend Nick, a buddy of mine from college, that he would love this channel. He would love discovering all this new music. He's the one that introduced me to a lot of new music back in those days. And I found out that he passed away a few years ago. Young guy. Used to be very obese, but he had lost a lot of weight. He was healthier. Don't know what happened. But it's like, and he was a good dude. And everyone was drawn to him. He was such a presence. So I feel that. Sometimes I feel like I'm stretched too thin. How does anyone win in this race that we're in? Nobody does. Okay? Sometimes the going gets pretty rough, but I'm hanging tough. I'm not giving up on better days. I'm not giving up on better days. That's right, folks. Don't give up. Don't give up. Life is hard. Life is cruel. Parents out there trying to protect their kids and hide them and seclude them from the world, you're not doing a service to them. This world is rough, because our lives are rough. We're subjected to so much crap in life. Diseases, genetic issues that creep up and take you, earlier in life that were unexpected. All kinds of things. We're really swimming upstream, and it's rough. And life is rough. But, like Noah says, don't give up. There's better days. I'm about to lose an uncle that I love dearly. Great man, great dad, father of 6. They're all grown up and have their own kids. He's a grandpa. But man, this man has suffered his whole life. And there's not more that they can do, and that's life, man. It sucks. It definitely can suck. But, look, don't give up. Better days are coming. Yeah, this hits hard. Gwen, I love you. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Becky, I love you too. Dana, rest in peace. I love you guys. Thank you so much for this. I actually did need this because, don't give up. Don't give up. And there's been a lot of life struggles in my life these last few years. And I heard another one of the artists that I cover here on the channel said, hardships make you stronger. So don't be angry that you're going through the hardships, but embrace them and take them and learn from them, and you will rise up, and there will be better days. So I have to believe that. Gwen, I love you. Thank you so much, my sister. I love all you guys out there. A shout out to my muses on Patreon. I love you guys. Yeah, we're going to do more Noah. So hit me up down below with other recommendations. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this song, my friends, please. And how this relates to you and your memories. There's a lot of memories. A lot of times it's music that hits me and brings me to those people and to those days, good and bad. That's the beauty of music, right? That's the beauty of it. So, turn around and hug the one you love. Pick up the phone and tell those old friends of yours that you love them. It could be the last day. You never know. That's how you ought to treat life. It's like it's your last day. What are you going to do? Until then, my good friends, there'll be more videos. So I'll see you on the next one. I love you guys. Peace.